find out a whole bunch today. Don't worry, I'm going to sum it up real quick for y'all, and then we just going to get straight into it. You find out about Cassie being paid $20 million for her to shut up. Then you find out that she had STIs in her mouth, and then you find out that Diddy actually did blow up Kid Cudi's car. And in today's episode, what the prosecution wanted to prove, they actually did. They proved coercion if the jury believes it. Let's go. U.S. versus Sean Combs. Cassie still on direct. All rise. Judge I keep saying his name wrong. I said Sumerian, but whatever. Anyways, we have a note from a juror about a scheduling accommodation. It's not in the docket. What about Ms. Ventura's husband? AUSA. He will be removed from the courtroom before a certain issue comes up. Judge. Good. Judge. Have the privacy screens been installed? AUSA. They are being installed by court tech staff. Judge. On the conferring with counsel issue, I tend to agree with Mr. Shapiro. AUSA. What about conferring about questions about privilege? Combs, Alexandra Shapiro. I'm concerned that during the break, there could be generalized discussion about the testimony that might come up. We are going to try to avoid any privileged communications. AUSA. During Mr. Phillips' testimony, I spoke with his lawyer. AUSA. We anticipate these witnesses being on cross-examination for multiple days. We need to speak with them about security and transportation. Judge, Ms. Shapiro, can you draft something on a piece of paper, an instruction you would have me give? AUSA. The defense has sent us a zip file of text messages. We are reviewing them before raising it. Judge, I appreciate that. AUSA, call me. The defense still has not shown us exhibits they may use in cross-examination of Ms. Ventura. We are worried this will continue. Combs, Anna Maria Estevo. We are marking several chains of text messages. Hold on, y'all. I gotta put this phone on D&D because this is insane. There you go. Sorry. We're marking several chains of text messages. They had these documents in their possession for 8 months before we got them. Judge, we are here. We were told there's half a day left for direct. Could you give them at lunch? Defense, our paralegal is printing them out. AUSA, call me. They should have turned over these exhibits to us on April 27th. Judge, Ms. Garrigo's handling the issue. We did have a schedule. As you mark them, why shouldn't you be required to turn them over? It's Combs Agnafilo who answers. Rule 16 does not contemplate these carve-outs. We are not behind the 8 ball on this. We have complied with Rule 16. I would be surprised that the government only has another 3 hours with Ms. Ventura, but whatever. Combs Agnafilo. We don't think it's required, but we'll do it. Luckily, we have a sizable defense team, so we can do it. Judge, Ms. Comey, what do you want? AUSA Comey. We want their exhibits, not a trial by ambush. I want them now. I will find the cases. Judge Subramanian. I'm just going to say it that way. Subramanian. You don't have to put in a letter. You can just email me the cases and I'll look at them. Inner City Press would ask, are these judicial documents going into the public docket? How much is being left off the docket in this case? Judge, we have a witness waiting in the back. Produce them before the cross-examination starts. You can email me cases during the trial day. Let's get moving. Let's get Ms. Ventura back. Witness center. Judge, welcome back. Judge, all rise. Jurors enter. Judge, you are still under oath. Proceed. AUSA Johnson. May I approach the witness? Judge, you may. AUSA Johnson. Ms. Ventura, I just handed you 2 drives. What is on them? GX8. Ventura, messages and photos from my devices. AUSA Johnson. Yesterday you testified about Sean going armed to look for Suge Knight. Ventura, Sean took guns with him. AUSA. And he told you to ask the escorts if they were cops. Ventura, I would begin by saying I was not a cop. AUSA. Sean told you to do that? Yes. AUSA. What happened when you fought back? Ventura, I did that more earlier in the relationship. It would make him more violent. Want to push me harder. Defense, objection to the speculation. Judge, overruled. AUSA. How would Sean react if you fought back? Answer, anger. AUSA. I'm going to show you the LA Intercontinental Hallway fight again. Play from 143 to 146. AUSA. Who enters? Ventura. Sean. AUSA. What's in his hand? Ventura. He doesn't appear to have anything. AUSA. Play to 159. Now, anything in his hand? Ventura. My phone. AUSA. How did he get it? Ventura. Well, he took all my stuff. AUSA. Where does he end up? Ventura. Sitting in a chair in front of the window. AUSA. What are you doing? Ventura. I'm walking away from him. AUSA. Now, who's in the video? Ventura. Me and security. AUSA. And this one. Play from 531. Where did you go from the hotel? Ventura. To my house. I took an Uber. AUSA. Now, let's turn to text messages. Can you read page 4? Ventura. Please call me. I'm surrounded. AUSA. Who sent that? Ventura. From Sean. He was running around in a towel. I told him to put the robe on. AUSA. Who sent these green messages? Ventura. I did. I wrote to Sean. Jules left. As long as you're quiet, you can stay. Peace. AUSA. Who is Jules? A. Escort. AUSA. Is this Jules? Photo shown. Big smile. Ventura. Yes. AUSA. B606 and 607 side by side. Cassie and big sunglasses. Ventura. That's me. A selfie of me with a fat lip. AUSA. When did you take it? Ventura. In the Uber. With one of my phones. AUSA. What did you write here? Ventura. I said, please stay away from me. AUSA. And what does he say? Ventura. He says, I'm getting arrested. AUSA. Was he? Ventura. I don't think so. AUSA. What did you write back? Ventura. Plugging my phone in and going to bed. AUSA. Who was at your home when you got there? Ventura. Carrie Morgan. She was upset when she saw me. She called the police. AUSA. Did you speak with them? Ventura. Yes, but I didn't say who I was talking about and they left. AUSA. Why? Ventura. I wasn't ready. AUSA. Did Sean try to come to your apartment? Ventura. Yes, he was banging. That was pretty normal from him. But this is a pretty private building. AUSA. Did you hear from Miss Corin that day? Ventura. Yes. And I went to see D-Rock and his wife to try to feel safe. AUSA. In this photo, what are you wearing? Ventura. A gown and glasses. I had a black eye. AUSA. What if any other bruising was visible? Ventura. I had several bruises on my leg, but I changed clothes. AUSA. What's this? Ventura. Me and Sean at the after party. AUSA. I'm going to show you escorts. Do you know the name of this person? Ventura. No. AUSA. In what cities did you use him? Ventura. New York. AUSA. Who's this? Ventura. Islander. He was on Latin Men. We used him in LA and maybe Vegas. AUSA. Who's this? 2A 616. Ventura. We called him Tommy. AUSA. Who is this? Ventura. I know him as Greg, an escort in Miami. AUSA. Who's this? Ventura. Jonathan. We saw him in Miami. AUSA. Who's this? Red baseball cap backwards. Ventura. I don't know. He looks familiar from the freak offs. AUSA. What did you write here? Ventura. This is all we do. I'm just getting back on track. I'm sure you can call Kim or something. AUSA. What did you mean by this is all we do? Ventura. Freak offs. AUSA. Did you try to avoid anything in the freak offs? Ventura. I tried to avoid kissing. It seems too intimate, but Sean told me to do it, to kiss the escorts. AUSA. What did Sean ask you to do on your 29th birthday? Ventura. A freak off. Ventura. He had me pulled out of Blind Dragon for the freak off. Some security. AUSA. What about blackmail material? Ventura. He wanted me to fear it. Defense. Objection. Judge. Overruled. AUSA. When would Sean mention the freak off videos? A. To hurt me? Ventura. One time I was dating someone else and he threatened to release the freak off videos. I'd had to answer to my mother. It's horrible and disgusting. No one should do that to anyone. AUSA. What did Sean say the impact would be? Ventura. Same. AUSA. Let me show you a chat. Who's on it? Ventura. Me and Sean. July 22nd, 2023. AUSA. Read your message. Ventura. I wrote, please delete the videos off your phone. Too many people have access to your devices. He said, no. iCloud, all good, Ambien, kicking in. AUSA. Sidebar. Judge. Yes. 11:10 a.m. Judge is taking a break to change some things in the courtroom. During the break, Combs sit at defense table, his lawyer Xavier Donaldson leaning down to speak with him. AUSA Johnson. There's still some issues with privacy screens, so we'll put that off and do something else now. Judge. Okay. Welcome back, Ms. Ventura. Bring in the jury. AUSA Johnson. I offer more exhibits. AUSA Johnson. What did you say here? Ventura. I've been told there was a sexually explicit video out there about me. I reached out to Sean. AUSA. Then what? Ventura. We were driving back to NYC from Atlantic City to talk to DJ Who Kid. AUSA. Did that happen? Ventura. At a restaurant. AUSA. What was security's role? Ventura. To intimidate. They were lining the room. AUSA. Who was there? Ventura. Uncle Paulie, James Cruz. AUSA, how would you recover from a freak off? Ventura, I take opiates. I wanted to feel numb. We get massages, IV fluids. The chef would cook us something. AUSA, how often did you take opiates after freak offs? Ventura, often. I got urinary tract infections. AUSA, were the UTIs painful? Ventura, very. Antibacterials didn't work anymore. God damn. AUSA, how did it feel during the freak offs? Ventura, burning. I would not advise it. AUSA, let's read this out loud. Ventura, I have all these sores on my tongue. I have another UTI. AUSA, what sores? Ventura, friction in my mouth. AUSA, from what? Ventura, oral sex. AUSA, you said another UTI? Then sad face emoji? Ventura, I was open with him about them. AUSA, so you feel sick? Ventura, why are you sorry? I took the blame for things. AUSA, which escort would go to sex clubs with you and Sean? Ventura, Jules. AUSA, the escort from the Intercontinental in LA? Ventura, yes. AUSA, did you want to have sex with Jules ever? Ventura, no. But I knew him. AUSA, why did you do it? Answer, Sean. AUSA, who was present when Sean put his hands on you at freak offs? That's what he meant to say, freak offs. Ventura, sometimes the escort was there too. AUSA, in the same room? Ventura, yes. Jules. AUSA, in the suite? Ventura, yes. AUSA, were they aware? Defense, objection. Judge, overruled. A, yes. Ventura, the escorts would ask me if I was okay afterward. AUSA, in what cities did he put his hands on you? Ventura, New York, Los Angeles, Miami. AUSA, how frequently? Ventura, too frequently. AUSA, what's the Abbey? Ventura, a gay club in LA. I went there with my friend. AUSA, all right, I thought Diddy was in there dancing, my fault. Where were you going? Ventura, to a music festival in Canada run by Drake. Sean came to my home and tried to attack me. I was thrown into the bed frame. AUSA, what's this? Ventura, a photo of my eye afterward. AUSA, who took you to the doctor? Ventura, D-Rock. AUSA, did you send this photo to Sean? Ventura, yes, and I wrote, so you can remember, I wanted him to be sorry about it, at least. AUSA, in this photo, where were you? Ventura, in a green room in Toronto. I put my hair over my eye, then we went to the Hamptons. Ventura, Sean wanted to have a freak off in the Hamptons. We got a hotel and escort. AUSA, which one? Ventura, Dave. I took GHB. I went into a G-hole and blacked out. I woke up nude in the shower. Dave and Sean were freaking out. I bugged out. It wasn't pretty. AUSA, then what? Ventura, I spoke to a friend of Sean's and then we had a freak off. AUSA, what's this? Ventura, my eyebrow healed up a little bit. A week later, I have a permanent scar on my eyebrow. AUSA, what's this? Ventura, me at the Canes Festival. AUSA, what happened at Canes? Ventura, Sean accused me of taking drugs from his boat. He threw me off, but my passport was still on the boat. AUSA, and you were on the red carpet that same night? Ventura, yes. AUSA, did you attend the movie? Ventura, yes. AUSA, how did you get back to New York? Ventura, on a commercial flight. I traded my seat to get away, but he traded to get next to me. AUSA, what did he show you? Ventura, freak off videos. He played them for me on one of his laptops. He said he'd release them. AUSA, how did you feel? Ventura, trapped. AUSA, when you landed in New York, what did you do? Ventura, we went to dinner. Then he wanted to have a freak off, so we had a freak off. AUSA, why did you do it? Ventura, to make him not threaten me. AUSA, let's read these from June 13, 2013. Had Sean been violent with you before this? Ventura, yes. AUSA, had you told him before you didn't want to do freak offs? Ventura, yes. AUSA, you said you needed GHB? Ventura, yes. And that 2 escorts not available. Ventura, I wrote only Paul available or Jake, the white guy, but he can't do until 11. The other guy can do earlier. It's just one more person knowing our secret. AUSA, what did you mean? Ventura, the freak offs. AUSA, what is SLS? Ventura, a hotel in Hollywood. AUSA, when would you take volume before a freak off? Ventura, when I had anxiety. Sean's driver was bringing me the volume. It was Raheem, I think. Judge, jurors, take lunch now. Jurors leave. Judge, Mr. Slavic, are there still disagreements on the exhibits? AUSA Slavic. Yes, the defense wants the exhibit to be longer and about masturbation. Defense. They wanted to cut it off at looking at my iPad. Defense. We just heard this morning about videos on his devices, so this is relevant. AUSA Slavic. We can agree to more, something less than the 10 pages. And now, Hecker Fink for the witness known as Mia. He says, there's a jury instruction about victims? Hecker Fink lawyer. Mia would have taken this to her grave. I don't know how to support her if we can't discuss her pain, what she went through. We will not put words in her mouth. Her nerves are through the roof, Judge. We're trying to prevent witnesses being counseled on how to testify, what to say or not to say. Anything else? Okay. Would that be acceptable? Hecker Fink lawyer. I'm afraid she'll have a moment, lose it, then ask me, did I forget something? I worry. Now, counsel to Jane Doe says, I'm worried that Jane Doe will not know what she can ask me. Judge, as long as you don't coach testimony. Wigdor, counsel to Cassie Ventura. I have nothing to add. Judge, Miss Shapiro, we've spoken with each attorney. So then right here, 1:53 p.m., they are belatedly back. All rise. Judge, as to Exhibit 619, the objection to the defendant's proposal is overruled. Let's have Ms. Ventura back, then we'll bring in our jury. Jury entering. AUSA Johnson. I have a binder for the court. The gallery will not be available to see these exhibits. Ms. Ventura, I will show you some exhibits 2A through 404. Who is it? Ventura. She worked for Sean. AUSA Johnson. We will call her Mia. When you gave your videos to the government, were they working? Ventura. No, they were broken. AUSA. Put up 602A for Ms. Ventura and the jury only. What's on your skin? Ventura. Oil. AUSA. When did Sean first hurt you physically? Ventura. It started in the first year. AUSA. What staffer were present when Sean was physical with you? Defense. Objection. Physical is vague. AUSA. Punching. Hitting. AUSA Johnson. When did Sean first use violence on you? Ventura. In New York City. We were in a car with his security and he knocked me around. AUSA. What did he do? Ventura. He hit me in the side of the head. I fell on the floor of his Escalade. AUSA. In January 2009, did you attend an event in LA with Sean? Ventura. Yes. AUSA. What happened as you left? Ventura. I've been speaking to a producer about music. Sean called me a slut. I hit him in the face. I had been drinking. AUSA. Did you see any injuries? No. Ventura. I was on the floor of the car and he stomped on my face. AUSA. How long did this last? Ventura. 10 minutes. Then I tried to get away, but Sean's security brought me back. AUSA. Who? Ventura. Roger Bonds. AUSA. What did they tell me? Ventura. To get to a hotel. Ventura. They snuck me into the hotel, covered up so no one could see my face. AUSA. How long were you at the London hotel? Ventura. A week. A little more. An assistant brought me ice cream. AUSA. What was the assistant's name? Ventura. Genevieve. AUSA. Did you feel you could leave the London hotel? Ventura. No. I understood his capability, his access to guns, the threats he made. AUSA. When you were taken to the hotel after the assault? Ventura. No. AUSA. Did you know that this assault incident was reported? Ventura. I know there was a blind item on the internet without our names. AUSA. Who raised the blind item to you? Ventura. My mother. Defense. Objection. AUSA. Not for the truth. Judge. Overruled. Ventura. This was before FaceTime was very popular, so I could hide. Oh, sorry, my bad. This was before FaceTime was very popular, so I could hide myself. She was asked if it was me. AUSA. What did you say? Ventura. No, I did not want my mother to know something of that magnitude and be in danger. AUSA. When you went to a party with your girlfriends, what happened? Ventura. I saw executives from BET. Then I heard that Sean was there. AUSA. What did you do? Ventura. I left. I ran as fast as I could. Ventura. Why? AUSA. Why? Ventura. I thought he was angry. AUSA. Did he come to the hotel where you were staying? Ventura. Yes. He beat me up and called me names. My face was bruised. AUSA. This photo. Who is it? Ventura. Scott Miss Cudi, known as Kid Cudi. We dated in 2011. I bet you wouldn't have dated that nigga if he knew what you was doing. AUSA. Did Sean find out? Ventura. Yes. And my phone. Ventura. Sean went through my phone during a freak out. He found an email. AUSA. About what? Ventura. Taking my totery bag to Scott's the next day. Sean put a wine opener in his hand and threatened me. I called Scott on a burner phone. AUSA. Where did you go? Ventura. To Scott's house. Didn't I talk with Capricorn Clark, one of Sean's assistants? AUSA. Then what? Ventura. I went to the house Sean was staying at. He told me he would release videos and hurt Scott and I. AUSA. What videos? Ventura. Freak out videos of me. Ventura. Sean kicked me in the back. I got a bruise. AUSA. Where did you go? Ventura. To my hotel with the burner phone. The room was torn up. Someone peed all over the floor, pooped in the toilet, and didn't flush it. It was gross. This was just before Christmas. Ventura. I sent an email to my mom in Capricorn from my flight to Boston and Connecticut. AUSA. What did you write? Ventura. That Sean said he would release the tape of me on Christmas and he'd had Scott and I hurt. He said he would be out the country by then. AUSA. What are these photographs? Ventura. My mother took there in Connecticut of the bruises on my back. AUSA. Were you entirely honest with your mother about the abuse? Ventura. No. I said this was the first time. AUSA. Did you tell her about the freak-offs? Ventura. No. Ventura. Is it possible to take a break? Judge. Yes, break. 3:09 p.m. They're back. Judge. Ms. Johnson, any estimate? AUSA Johnson. An hour more. The goal is to finish the direct and allow to start a cross-examination today. The judge. Bring in a witness and then the jury back in. Jury entering. AUSA Johnson. Did anyone come see you in Connecticut? Ventura. Scott did. For a few days. I broke it off with him. It was too dangerous. Defense. Objection. Judge. Overruled. Ventura. Sean said he would hurt both of us. AUSA. Where did you go after Connecticut? Ventura. I went to see Sean. He was in Arizona. His son, college. I told my mother I was going to LA for work. AUSA. Did Sean talk about Scott's car? Ventura. Sean said he wanted Scott's friends to see Scott's car blown up. AUSA. What happened next? Ventura. We met. Sean, Scott, and me. Scott said, what about my vehicle? And Sean said, what vehicle? And that was the end of the meeting. AUSA. Put up the photo. What is this? Ventura. Me and Sean Kingston, Jamaica for Sound Clash. AUSA. Were you bruised? Ventura. Yes. AUSA. In this photo, what is it? Ventura. Me in Sean's bathroom, September 18, 2015. AUSA. What were you doing there? Ventura. Recuperating from being beaten up by Sean in Las Vegas. Ventura. We were having an after party in our suite. I talked to a producer and Sean tapped me on the shoulder, called me into our room and beat me. Kicked me as I tried to hide behind the toilet. AUSA. What stopped it? Ventura. D-Rock and James Cruz came in. Ventura. It made D-Rock sad. AUSA. What are these communications? Ventura. From D-Rock to me, he says, where you at? It's time to put ice on your face. AUSA. Why? Ventura. I had just been beaten up by Sean. AUSA. Were these all the times he beat you? Ventura. No, there were more. AUSA. With who did you see Sean be violent? Ventura. I saw him drag an assistant out of bed. I saw him punch Eli or Ellie in his head. One time in Turks and Caicos, he dragged a person. Ventura. I believe we had a freak off in Turks and Caicos. AUSA. What floor did you live on in 875 Comstock? Ventura. 17th floor. AUSA. Did a friend stay with you? Ventura. Yes. Sean came and held her and threw her on the patio furniture out on the balcony. Ventura. I saw Sean bring her back in from over the balcony, then throw her on the patio furniture. AUSA. And Carrie Morgan? Ventura. I saw Sean hit her in the head. AUSA. Did you get drugs on your own? Ventura. Occasional drug dealers, opiates, Xanax, Valium. Ventura. Sean would put pills in the vitamin C bottle on the sink. Sean would put the pills in a vitamin C bottle on the sink. In the New York apartment, he'd say, you could take him. He had doctors who would write their scripts in his name of an assistant or in my name. AUSA. Your brother's birthday party in Connecticut in 2013. What happened? Ventura. My mother told me someone was taking pictures of me. I went and punched her in the head. AUSA. You testify your relationship with Sean in 2018. How was your health? Ventura. I was sleepwalking. I had PTSD. Defense. Objection. Judge. Overruled. AUSA. What's this? Ventura. A photo of my front door in 2018. AUSA. Publish it to the jury. Why is there a knife there? Ventura. Sean was coming around a lot, so I had it. AUSA. August 2018. What happened? Ventura. We were having a closure conversation at a restaurant in Malibu. He was trying to convince me to go to Burning Man. AUSA. Were you seeing someone? Ventura. No. My now husband. AUSA. What happened next? Ventura. Sean came to my house and raped me on my living room floor. His eyes were black. It was like taking something from you. AUSA, you cried? What did Sean do? Ventura, he continued and finished inside of me. Then he got up and left. AUSA, did you ever have sex with him again? Ventura, yes, voluntarily. We had a good night. I went back to his house. AUSA, can you explain why you did that after he raped you? Ventura, we have been together 10 years. AUSA, who did you stay in touch with? Ventura, most people, though I pulled away. AUSA, what did you message Sean about after that? Ventura, just checking in. AUSA, what did he send you? Ventura, that he had iPads full of messages, get him his money. AUSA, money back for what? Ventura, for having paid my now husband to be my trainer. AUSA, what did you write back? Ventura, did you want me to tell the truth? It's much deeper than iPads. There was abuse, more than freak offs. Ventura, there was a time I couldn't take the pain. I tried to walk out in traffic. My husband wouldn't let me. I had trauma therapy. AUSA, did you write? Ventura, a book with chapters. My mom helped. AUSA, what did you want with the book? Ventura, that Sean read it. AUSA, what pain did Sean put you through? Ventura, shame. To carry the things that were shameful for him, I took on a lot of responsibility for that. I never should have. He brought the concept to me when I was 22. It was expected of me. I felt terrible. AUSA, how did you get chapters to Sean? Ventura, through my attorney. And I reached out to KK. I asked her if he read it. She said it was not taken seriously. AUSA, how much did you ask for the book? Ventura, $30 million. AUSA, did you sue? Ventura, November 2023. AUSA, what happened with the lawsuit? Ventura, it settled for $20 million in 24 hours. AUSA, why are you testifying in this trial? Ventura, I can't carry this anymore. What's wrong is wrong. I tried people like they were disposable. Escorts, anybody. AUSA, how many freak-offs did you have with Sean? Ventura, impossible to know. Hundreds. AUSA, after you broke up with Sean, did you ever do a freak-off? Ventura, no. AUSA, no further questions. AUSA, sidebar before cross? Judge, yes. With jury out. Judge, why don't we put off the cross until tomorrow? AUSA Johnson, we like to start now, to be sure to finish. Judge, Mr. Estavo, Combs, Estavo, she will be finished by the end of the week. Judge, so no cross today. Judge Subramani, we'll just make up the time in other ways. Get the jury. AUSA, the witness can be excused? Judge, yes. Jury entering. Judge Subramanian, sorry to bring you out, only to send you home. Don't read anything about this case. Have a great evening. All rise. Jury exits. Judge, Mr. Comey. AUSA Comey, here's what the defense sent us about Rule 412. AUSA Comey, we believe we had agreed that other sexual acts by the witnesses were not admissible, but we understand they intend to cross-examine her about other relationships with texts about sex, about Miss Ventura fucking someone else. Why is that necessary? AUSA Comey, I didn't want to read those into the record, so I'll hand copies up. Judge, defense, Combs Agnafilo, these are messages about jealousy in the vocabulary of, are you fucking that person? That's fair game. This is a real world way people express hurt. AUSA Comey, the rule requires that this be sealed. Judge, let's proceed without specifics. Combs Agnafilo, saying, are you fucking that person is just a vulgar way of asking, are you cheating? Both sides open on infidelity. This is not 412. Judge, we could do it in the robing room. AUSA, the defendant would have to be present. Judge, so in the courtroom, sealed? AUSA, counsel for victim one would like to be heard. Judge, I see his hand. Mr. Wigdor? Wigdor, we are entitled to notice. Judge, so tomorrow morning, adjourned. All right. Prosecution won today. I mean, this is what it is. There's really nothing we can say. So one of the things that did not help her, though, is that very end stuff about text messages. And I told y'all yesterday, I said, bro, they going to harp on some text messages. They going to bring it out. One thing that is not going to help her, but they had to put it out there, is if she was so afraid of him, why the hell she punched him in the head? Now, I ain't gonna hold you. Coercion, him getting found guilty of that, I can see that. I told y'all, he's not gonna walk out of here unscathed. He's not free of everything. Hell nah. If y'all don't believe that man sat up there and said, I'm gonna show all of this stuff, come on, man. He plays in the realm of, well, I'll tell this and they'll believe this. So yeah, it is what it is. And that's, I hate to say it this way, bruh, but the type of stuff that he was on, you can go to brothels and get this done right across the border in Nevada. It's weird how Diddy operates and operated, but you have to kind of operate like that in a controlling aspect. So as far as all this other stuff, not necessarily, but they're hinting, and once again, those who didn't understand, the RICO aspect of it is all the people around him were in on it. But one thing that kind of threw me off is we had so many record executives and all this crap and all these other individuals being sued by Cassie. They never bring up any of that stuff as far as the higher ups go. So a lot of things that were happening that we were to believe actually might not be true. I'm not saying that they're 100% not true, but I'm leaning more they might not be true. So when she was basically suing the company, she was doing that at the behest of the freaking lawyers, because if the lawyers can get somewhere tied into the companies, the execs that Sean Diddy Combs be begging for approval on certain things, they will pressure him into settling. That's what they will do. It wouldn't surprise me if that's the reason why he settled it, because the higher ups that he answers to basically was like, man, make this go away. So let's see what you do. Now, if I'm Diddy, once I beat all this and everything like that, bruh, I'm be like, bruh, we signed the NDA and she broke that. I need that $20 million back. But Diddy is a damn moron and a damn dummy. Did he do it? Yeah, he did it. But the extent of everything that the government is asking for, I'm sorry, this just ain't, this right here, this ain't it. But I see why they crossed it into multiple states. But I still don't understand why they hid the raid in New York. It just doesn't, like, I was the only person to freaking put that out. And I don't get why they hid that so well. But who knows, man, as far as how this is going to go, as far as Cross goes, it's simple. There's certain statements that she made where she basically said she wanted it. If they go ahead and they say this crap that she wanted it, cool. And they had to prove coercion by her. Make it seem like a tit for tat. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, you said you was going to release this, so this is why he said it. So that way, it looks like veiled threats. That's what they're going to have to do tomorrow. There's no other way to spin that. You ain't got to be a Harvard graduate or anything. They had to show jealousy. They had to show that she has the ability to defend herself. They had to show that she actually indulged in all of this stuff as well. Now, the Kid Cudi stuff, I ain't going to hold you. I don't know how they going to attack that. They might want to leave that one alone. They might want to leave that one alone. But when confronted with it, about Kid Cudi, Diddy basically played dumb. One of the best things he could do. One of the things that people had to understand is the man is smart enough but stupid as well. See, there's certain conversations and text messages that should have been had where she would have had a gotcha moment. But nah. And domestic abuse, that right there is not for the feds. That's for the states. So it just is what it is. I don't know what the statutes on that is. I'm going to assume that, let me see real quick. Domestic abuse statute in California. Come on. They ain't really telling me nothing. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Interesting. Anyways, subscribe, turn on the bell, stay notified, and share to keep your people aware. Tory Lanez, man, it looked like he might be getting out. Click right here for that playlist.